Hey guys, Editor Pilot here with a couple notes on the Flintlock rifle featured in this video before we get going. This rifle is equipped with a double set trigger, which is historically accurate for a Flintlock rifle of this type. There are known examples, including 2 news articles that I will include excerpts from below, dating back to 1766 and earlier, of rifles that would have been similar to this one, potentially, that were lost or stolen and were equipped with double set triggers. The examples below are from the Pennsylvania Gazette, July 3rd, 1766, and from the South Carolina and American General Gazette, June 24th, 1774. Additionally, the Sharps Model 1874 carbine was available from the factory with a double set trigger on it. Furthermore, based on the information that I have about the Sharps 1874 and how you could order it from Sharps, I have reason to believe that the 1853 carbine from Sharps would have been available with a double set trigger as well. Although the Union Army may not have carried it with one, the Union Army did carry the Sharps carbine, at least with the 15th Pennsylvania Cavalry and the 7th Kansas Cavalry. Moving back to this rifle is of the type that you would expect to find in the hands of a sharpshooter during the American Revolution, and moving on a little bit farther beyond that. Such sharpshooters might have been under the command of somebody like Daniel Morgan. Video on Daniel Morgan linked in the description as well, that one from the Fat Electrician. Wonderful. Really?
I forgot about that shit with the flintlock. That's why I use a percussion.
All right, so periodically the flints do come off when we pull the trigger. This one, it's already come off a couple of times. And when they come off, it's real easy to thumb loosen the hammer. I'm going to do a thumb tighten, let it come down and check the position of the flint. Where I put it at first, it is coming into contact with the barrel. That's going to nap down that flint a little bit. So instead of letting it continue that way, I'm going to adjust the position of the flint a little bit. Now that comes all the way down without striking the barrel. So bring that back up. Grab a screwdriver so we can tighten down on that real good. And then we can strike it once or twice. Something's still a little bit off about that positioning. Yeah, Frizzin stayed up that time. Yeah, the Frizzin isn't always staying up, which may be a result of the positioning of the flint. So we can confirm that by loosening it back up. And if we shift the flint over slightly, we can rotate it so that everything is square relative to the frizzen. Tighten back down on it. And that looks much better. And if we put the frizzen down with it in half, we can see that the entire flint is now in contact with the face of the frizzen. And it's striking properly every time now. So now that we've got that, I'm going to grab the screwdriver again and make sure we're good and on there, and we're ready to reload. All right, loading the flintlock from the start of the process is very similar to the percussion firearms that we've been showing previously. The fun part happens at the very end and right after you take your shot. So this Kentucky rifle is a 50 caliber rifle. We're going to use a 90 grain charge this time. Well, we're going to use most of a 90 grain charge because that charge got a little bit stuck, and when I tapped it on the barrel, a little bit spilled. So most of a 90 grain charge. And of course, this is a rifle, so that was 2F powder, not 3F powder. Cut a piece of patch. Patch over the barrel. A little bit of oil to help keep things clear. .480 shot. Just like on the single shot pistol. Same method with the starter. Ramrod. Now on a cap lock, this is where we would put our percussion cap on and we'd be done. Not so much on a flintlock. So the part that we typically do after the shot we'll demonstrate now. We've got to wipe our frizzen clear because there's a little bit of residue that'll show up on there. And we're also going to want to wipe our flint a little bit. There's a little bit of residue that can show up on that too. Once those are clear, and again, typically we'll do that after the shot, but this time we're doing it ahead of the shot. This is 4F powder. Normally you'd use an actual priming flask. Since I don't have one of those, this is just a regular measured shot vial that I filled with 4F powder to make this priming a little bit easier. Small priming charge in the pan. It's usually only a couple of grains, 2 or 3. And because of the vial that I'm using, we'll tap that to even it out. You don't typically have to do that with an actual priming flask. And then we can close the frizzen to keep our priming charge in place. And my frizzen likes to close a little bit better when the hammer is all the way drawn. So we'll draw the hammer all the way back. And then that we can sit to the side for now, because we're going to do a multi-gun shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guns.
Gonna be a hoot.
Start with 9mm.
Well, I'm gonna start with that one.
357?
Yeah.
All right, let's start with 357. Now this one, yes, 357, but this one is actually chambered in 357 atomic. Only got 2?
Yeah, I only put 2 in.
Okay.
I don't know how many I put in here.
I think I saw 3.
Yeah, I think there's 3 in here. 38.
.22 Magnum.
Nice. 9mm.
.57 by 28. Jam! 380 ACP. Maybe. This thing likes to jam on me for some reason. Jam! Two jams. That might be a record for that gun. On the low end.
You just had to make sure you were awake.
50. Okay, this one likes to do that. Let's try that again. 50.
There she goes. You can feel that in your chest.
$50. That was a hoot and a half, and expensive.